Namaste. Welcome to Smriti. What is Smriti? Smriti is an endeavor to create a service, a platform, building a repository of Vedic wisdom, a Vedic knowledge database organically, honoring our rishis, scholars, contemporary scholars in particular, building a legacy system. Recollection and reproduction of imparted knowledge passed on from ages, to content curation, synthesizing the body of knowledge and building a collective set of community knowledge, provide a means for dialogue and discussion. Through documentation of experiences, living the very nature of the wisdom. Smriti spotlights knowledge and information and makes it easier to understand. An effort to create a medium of facilitated learning. Welcome again. And introducing myself, this is Satyavani Kakarla, an engineer by study, an enthusiast in learning our ancient body of Vedic wisdom, knowledge, through self-inquiry and engaging in conversations, learning from others, integrate the wisdom and consciousness of present-day living, day-to-day living. Smriti, an idea, a project and a program came forth as an effort and passion to preserve the ancient wisdom from our Vedas. Welcome. And now welcoming our esteemed scholar, should I say guest? No, she is a member of Smriti. Welcome, Dr. Sharada Purna Sontigaru. Very nice to have you here. Namaste.
Namaste. Namaskaram, Vani.
It's such an honor, unique privilege, and pure joy, really, to have you here today in the program, Smriti. A project to bring insights from scholars like you to cast light on Vedic wisdom. From your intense and devoted studies, you were involved in your entire life and your experiences. Thank you for accepting and taking time to share your knowledge and experiences. A brief bio before we start. Dr. Sharada Purna Sonti Garu, we always address her. Bio briefing, where can I start? Is there an end, beginning, an end? Many of us know her as an amazing person, full of energy and enthusiasm. When it comes to learning, be it any field, and particularly Vedic wisdom. Scholar Dr. Sharada Purna Sontigaru has multiple PhDs in Telugu, Sanskrit, musicology, just to name a few more accolades that she has in her list of achievements and study. She is one of the foremost thinkers and writers in the field of performing art and literary traditions of India. She is an academician, scholar, writer, editor, and a published author. She's broad-based in several humanistic and Indological disciplines. Thank you, Sharada Garu. A few more to add. Sharada is working to understand and penning down her views and understanding the Akshara concept in particular. She, with much humbleness, acknowledges her guru, mentor, Vedacharya Sri Vishwanatha Achyuta Rayulu Garu, for providing guidance. Centrality of Aksharapadiyam is Veda Rishis, Panini, Bhartrhari, Patanjali, others from yesteryears and other contemporary scholars approach to matrix of sound, syllable, life element, and universe. Sharada Garu, few words.
Pranams, Vani, and pranams to my viewers also. And I'm humbled by your introduction. Thank you for considering me to be one of the speakers for Smriti, a way to Vedic wisdom endeavor. For the success of Smriti project, let us invoke the Akshara Shakti. Vagme manasi pratisthita, mano me vachi pratisthita, ma vira virma edhi, vedasya maani, stasrutam me ma prahasi, ranena dhitena horatran, sandadhamryutam vadishyami, satyam vadishyami, tanmamavatu, tadvaktaramavatu, avatu mam avatu tat vaktaram avatu vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May the word and the mind be one and the same. May the words be firmly established in the mind. May the mind be in accord with the words. May the eternal knowledge be with me. What have perceived not depart and be filled with radiance of knowledge. May I be speaking the conceivable unmanifest truth. May I be speaking the perceivable manifest truth. May I be ever protected by the word which makes all known. May the Guru dwell and delight in the words uttered. Gurubhyo Namaha.
Very nice. Such an empowering prayer. The prayer itself, the how it is recited, the words in it, they could all take up an episode and beyond to talk about. But for now, we shall stick to our topic. You chose Akshara Padiyam. With the limited, it is a very profound word, and with the very basic limited knowledge I have, I could only identify 2 words in it, Akshara, Pada. We would like to hear more about Akshara Padiyam. Is it a new coined word found in text? Please let us understand the concept. You can take over.
I welcome and appreciate your efforts to pave a path for self-knowledge. Yes, in fact, Vedas have survived the strides of time, onslaughts, and today they came to rescue. Every doctrine from Vedic literature eloquently testifies the divine phenomena. That divine phenomena is human utterance. Your project is very innovative, Vani. The categories are quite comprehensive. You have branched them as Veda, Vedanta, Tattva, and Shastra. It's a beautifully categorized. And Tattva, Tattvika Chintana, is the main path that I have chosen.
Right. What is Tattva in your words?
You have named it very aptly and appropriately. It's a way to Vedic wisdom. It's a thinking process. Tattva has no constitution. It's not a dogma to edit or to amend. It is a process, and it is our choice. Our choice to change, to construct, to reconstruct, and keep making it, keeping it in a dynamic state. And Tattvic approach involves thinking. It is a journey inward. Tattvika Chintana is a inward journey to jnana, that is knowledge. And we need a system of practice to learn this. And we need a system to practice to handle our day-to-day imbalances. First step is to handle them. And next step is to bring them out for harmony and health in real world.
Beautiful. So, is the path common for everyone?
The path of Tatvika Chintana is not a highway. It's not a highway with loops and shoulders that we have designed these days. The essence of inward journey is Tatvikata. The path inward journey is Tattva. The system is Upasana. It is a Vidya by itself. It has a curriculum. That curriculum allows us to transcend to Upasana, an integral practice state of mind. And the sustained practice for Upasana is sadhana. And this is needed for self-knowledge. And this is a path for every human being. So I can say it is common. But the methods that are created need to be revisited again. And these are to deal with our issues, internal as well as external.
Nice. Well, another question follows. Does it have an instructional code and language? Because one needs a method for practice.
It's a wonderful question. Splendid. Yes, we have to make our own instructional manual code for inward journey. If it is an external word, if it is explicit, yes, we can gather in meetings, seminars, and form a structure and establish and make a patent out of it. But when it is inward journey, it is up to us how we make our own manual for this. And such great freedom prevails there. Every one of us can create our own. It's a very high dynamic process. No rule, no one on earth, no government, no system can draft one for us but ourselves. Ancient people know that the sound vibratory field within and out in the external world has a connection. And that connection is seen by the seers, rishis, revealed and granted. And that they granted the secrets of human expression, that is speech technique, ucharana, aksharotpatti. That is the way.
Beautiful. But okay, you're walking on that path. I have a basic question, if you can again throw some insights on this. But how do we understand it, the core of it? For a comprehension.
Yes, Tattva is a thinking process, thinking about energy unmanifest. Energy is in unmanifest state.
Right.
Knowing is Tattva. The process of knowing is Tattva. It is a process, highly dynamic. The first step to understand is to know the relationship between the reality and the real world, the word and the world.
Right. And a bit more elaboration, if you want, you may.
Okay. The human experience within and out, the explicit and the implicit, the inner and the outer are in reciprocal relationship. There is a threshold. The threshold is the self. So we are taking part in both worlds, in the real world and in reality. The only way to express our thoughts, feelings, emotions, ambitions, desires, imaginations, explorations, and revelations is only by our speaking ability. So most untapped resources of human is the speech and its functions, and also its processes, which is also very exclusive for human. I often must say always marvel at the effervescence of toddlers when they try to speak, and their learning process and their utterance. When you observe the little children and their propensity of making words and making syllables, utilization of their life exercise, life energy, fire of desire, and improvisation ability, tonal, verbal articulations and modulations, finally they find a way. They find a way to master the 26 full-fledged, potent, meaningful, purposeful, independent, complete sounds. We call them aksharas, and these also called as sounds.
Beautiful.
That is the beginning for knowledge.
Amazing. Beautifully explained. And back to my question, Akshara Padiyam. Is it a new coined word again? How do we understand it? The methodology.
Life is, as we all know, is a continuum of actions and events. Sanghatanalu, kriyalu. Kriya, sanghatana. Only way to express our responses is speech. Human is endowed with that ability, as we have spoken already. That ability is Akshara Shakti. Akshara Padiyam is all about that. Process of transcendence from real world to reality. Transcendence from the world to word. The power of Akshara, power of Ucharana, power of Vak. We need to trace back to our ancient times, the theories and the methods of practice they have used. We need to reclaim that lineage to bring about world peace and harmony, especially in present days. And you asked me about Akshara Padiyam. Yes, human life continues in three worlds. Physical world, mental world, intellectual world. We need to consider these three because we keep traveling in between these three worlds. Physical world needs food for sustenance and strength, that is annam, and we gain balam. Mental health experiences through emotions and gain happiness, that is anandam, and we gain shanti. The intellectual world stores our thoughts and gain knowledge, that is jnanam, and we gain kanti out of that. Our goals are these three. So to reach our goals, we utilize our power, that is Akshara Shakti, that is speaking ability, that is our speech. To reach these three goals, there is another world that we need to consider, that's called Hridayam. Hridayam is not the heart, a mass of flesh that has arteries, blood vessels, and pump bloods and make blub sounds. No. It is a vibratory field. That is Shabda Prapancham. Hridayam means Shabda, Vak, Prana. And it is said in Upanishads and also in Brahmanas. And in Taittiriya Brahmanam, it says, Vag Hridayame Hridayam Mayi. That means Vak, Prana, that is our speech, our life energy, are stored in Hridayam area, which is virtual. It is not physical. Then the doorway for this human energy, that is this Vak energy, and Prana energy is only one way, that is our oral cavity. With our oral cavity, with 8 muscles, which transforms this pranic energy into sound. And this 8 muscled center that is in our Vishuddhi chakra is called Ashtadala Padma, and it blossoms. When the prana enters, it blossoms into sounds. That is Shabda, Vak, and that contains Akshara. So we need to explore into this world. And these 8 muscles help us to make all sounds that we make, that are about 26 full-fledged Sampurna, Samagra, Patishta Shabdas, Aksharas. And we have 6 areas, articulation points in our oral cavity. That's where all these 26 sounds happen. Those are called Aksharotpatti Sthana. To make these 26 full-fledged, complete, potent, meaningful, purposeful sounds that are Aksharas, we use our prana energy. In approximation, you can say the worldly languages, that is in English, 26 letters, Sanskrit, 26 letters, German, 31 letters, Chinese, 36, Eskimo language, for something very interesting, 48, Arab, 28. These are called letters or alphabets. These are for the worldly languages. We need to travel inward. The vibratory virtual world, to know what we are capable of and what the sounds are in virtual world. They are complete. They are not alphabets. They are called aksharas. Our yesteryear rishis, seers, Shakapuni, Yaskacharya, Gautama, Uvattabhattu, Bhattabhaskara, Mudgala, Vishnu Suri, Shayana, Panini, and many other Vedacharyas of Vedic times did give us a way to understand the power of Akshara. And the Veda Vangmaya, Pratishakyas, and Siksha Granthas, that is Naradiya Siksha, Yajnavalka Siksha, and other Siksha Granthas, and Chando Granthas, Vyakarana Granthas, that means prosody, grammar, meter, and all the other aspect of a language, they all were given. Then what is Aksharapadiyam? In what way this is different from Pratisakyas and all? I will never claim that it is something new, but it is revisiting in our own humble way. Aksharapadiyam it's a word, it's very profound, as you said. My guru, Vedacharya, Sri Kalapurna, Vishwanatha Achyuta Devarayulu Garu, the son of the mighty Sahitya Samrat, Padma Vibhushan, Sri Vishwanatha Satyanarayana Garu. He is the one who geared me, who directed me, and under his tutelage, I learned how to approach the Vedic world. And Aksharapadiyam is a project that we started about 15 years ago. And we have done about 10 years of extensive research into this and how to understand the Akshara concept. Akshara word as it is. And as we talked about, to learn the Vidya, Upasana, Uha, Akshara Shakti, Tatvikata, we need to understand the power of Akshara. The study of Akshara, how it affects our 3 worlds, as we talked about, our Bhautika, Mano, Jnana, Dehas, our physical, mental, intellectual worlds, and how we can use it, and how we can reduce the sound pollution of today's world. Because today, we all focus on the external. on the material world. And we also can use the power of sound, the power of light for a betterment and to transcend to a harmonious world. Aksharapadiyam is about the aksharas that we utter. The aksharas we utter, the first word that we can look at is Agni. Agni is the first word that we know. A is the first akshara that we know. These are from Rigveda, the very first ancient doctrine. And we do need to revisit the ancient scriptures, ancient Vedic literature, and how akshara was dealt in them. And today, because we're still using our oral cavity, our vak yantram, this vak yantram is the place where the places of articulation for the sounds. And we will use it for our betterment to transcend from where we are. And the first letter A, as I mentioned, and the first word Agni, we need to visit. The A is the sound, is a pranakshara. It comes from the navel through our heart, that is Hridayasthana, and comes to the Vishuddhi chakra, the throat chakra, and comes out of the oral cavity, that is Vagyantra. Every letter that we utter holds a piece of our personality because it comes from within. Every akshara that we utter, they are complete. It has a meaning, it has a purpose, and we have a desire to express. So all our lifetime, for the time immemorial, we are using our cavity to express our feelings and thoughts. Aksharapadiyam is about study of all the 26 aksharas that we are pronouncing and what each akshara means to our own understanding. Is it different from worldly languages? Or is it the same? Or is it a model? Yes. What I would say in this episode, before I conclude, what I want to say is alphabets and letters are models for worldly languages. Aksharas are models for reality that is within, and the Tatvikata, and to express our inner Uha, Jnana, Shakti. And the tool that we have is Akshara. So as I mentioned with the first invocation, our mind and our word is one and the same. That is what we need to revisit. That is what we need to see. And we need to make an effort to make our word and the mind be one. So that means it is an inward journey. Tatvikata is an inward journey. Tattva is a process. And Upasana is a marga. Vidya is a curriculum. We talked about this initially when we started our episode. And Aksharapadiyam deals with this. And this study, we will pick up few words which we might see in our worldly Laukika Samskrita Vangmayam as well as Vedika Vangmayam. But still we are living them today. Every breath of us and every breath we have that turns into sound. And each sound we utter makes a kavacham around us, an orbit around us. And each sound, it's still there. So we need to make our akshara ucharana, vagucharana, shabdocharana, nadocharana, swarocharana, all should be helping us to build a harmonious life. So Aksharapadiyam is about study of Akshara, study of Vak, study of Pada, study of Katha. So that is what we will do.
I am speechless here. Such a beautiful journey you have taken, me in particular, and definitely to the viewers. Thank you so much for your time, sharing of knowledge, enthusiasm, first of all, and support you have shown so far.
Thank you. And again, happy greetings. And I welcome our viewers and everybody to share this experience. And let us take a journey. Let us travel together and understand Akshara Padiyam, a new way of looking at Akshara, the power that we all hold. See you again in my next episode with newer aspects and words.
Absolutely.
Namaskaram, Bani. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sharda. We'll see you in the next episode. Thank you all. Thank you, viewers. Such an amazing time we had, sharing of knowledge. Stay with us. Stay with Smriti. We are going to learn a lot. Namaste.
Namaste.